Welcome back to our message from our Divine Compassionate Guides. Thank you so much for joining me. As always, the intention behind these messages is to help heal and serve you in the most appropriate and divine way. My name is Julianne Duffy, and my purpose is to live, speak, and seek the truth in all forms, and to help reconnect humanity to the highest forms of authenticity. Authenticity is 4,000 times more powerful than love and radiates from the body. So it's just very important that we work on our authenticity and our truth. And I come with only the highest good and intention. Today I am pulling from the Sacred Spirit reading cards by Anna Stark. So let's dive right into our message and find out what our guides have for us today. Our first card is Divine Will, Let Go of Fear. Awesome. Our second card, Secret Temptation, Being Led Astray. And our last card, Hidden Realms, Create Conscious Awareness. As always, I say take a deep breath in, allow yourself to get settled as we exhale, and let's dive into this message and what are our guides really telling us today. So let's start with our divine will. So I'm going to read some of what it says in the book. Accepting that there is a divine plan for every human being. Divine will is the process of our human experience to this unique blueprint. Every culture and religion has a narrative of their creator or personal God and the relationship with the human soul or spirit. That an overall plan exists for the outcome of humanity, and each individual is a concept of this belief. So while divine will is the concept that there is a divine universal law and plan for all of us, it still acknowledges that people have free will and the potential to make choices that can lead us down this path. In essence, when we surrender to divine will, it allows you to remove self-blocking patterns and tendencies that lead away from your true divine purpose here on earth. So really what it's saying is that there is a divine plan for every one of us, but we still have the will to choose to go down that path or not. And if we want to go down the divine path, we have to let go of fear and trust that the path is laid out for us. That is really what this is saying to us. And we're being asked to stop trying to force a door open. Our resistance will continue to make distance between what we want and our desired outcome. So if we're trying to force our way through a door, the door is just getting more jammed. That's essentially it. Surrendering to the universe and the divine will and removing the internal fight of control and every possible solution will help us to be able to surrender and let that go. So what we're saying here, you do have will, divine plan for you, and really your best option at this point is to surrender to the divine plan. Let go of the fear, let go of those personal blockages. Trust that divine consciousness is going to guide you where you need to go. Our next part of this message, our secret temptation, being led astray. So this is the temptations are everywhere, dependent on your vices, and unfortunately, there will always be temptations in the human psyche. Risk-taking should be avoided right now, and careful consideration, planning of events, career changes, and major decisions. Lack of willpower may influence your pulses, so be strict with your budgets, as a financial blowout could happen at this moment. Right now, the truth is yet to be revealed, so we're still here in this point where a lot of people are suffering to find that truth. Be cautious in lending your goods you wish to have returned, as deception is around every corner. And be mindful of any agreements or contracts at this time, and make sure you have somebody where you seek appropriate professional advice when you're doing anything like that. And then, of course, it does go into the temptations of like gambling, drugs, food, any of these things. And so it's a healthcare card as well. So taking care of yourself. So step-by-step approach to support and encourage yourself to move away from these things that are holding you back. And, the temptation to be bad or let loose is having a negative effect. So we need to let go of that. But all is not lost. And if we wish to improve our circumstances, we can't ignore our problems, and we need to let go of the fear of solving them. And then the last card is the hidden realms. And with this hidden realms, we're create conscious awareness, analyze your dream cycle. So this is essentially where the hidden realms of ancient wisdom and magic. And to access these hidden realms is insight to the soul's pain or individual's dis-ease. Using conscious communication, a shaman works to bridge the realms between humanity and creation. Communicating with the elements, nature, animals, ancestors, spirits, and angelic forces that serve humans, these ancient practices have been developed so that we want to reconnect with them, and restoring our power to those that have experienced disempowerment in this physical experience. That's what the shaman does, is help us reconnect. Right now, what we're being asked is to connect to the hidden realms, expand our consciousness, and open our mind and reconnect to the soul for deep healing and transformation. There is much to be learned from the hidden realms, and you can assist in your waking life. And it says also to examine your dreams and interpret the subconscious message. And the best thing I ever heard about dream interpretation is you must look at your dreams, because any of these dream interpretations are not necessarily going to fit you, because it's labeling things. It's like labeling everybody ADHD and OCD and everything. The reality is your messages are going to come through the way you're going to be able to understand them. So getting some kind of a dream interpretation book may not be necessarily as helpful, because your dreams are trying to communicate with you personally. But if we kind of take a step back from that card and look at it overall, what we're being told is, again, we're letting go of the fear, trust the divine will, trust that we can make choices, but usually when we're making the choices, we're stepping out of alignment with divinity. So trust in the divine will. Anything that's leading us astray, it's time to let go of those things. And there's a lot of people that still haven't woken up to the truth. So this is that area of being tempted to go back to sleep, tempted to pretend the truth isn't there, and then go back to those temptations that keep us in the lower vibrations. And what we need to really be aware of in the end is to create that conscious awareness, become conscious of those temptations that are not assisting us, that are slowing us down, that are stopping us, bringing us back to that divine plan, that we are letting go of our will, are throwing and trying to push that door open. And if it's not part of our plan at this moment, we're going to fight with it. So we need to trust divinity, trust that we're being guided, let go of the fears and the doubt, and avoid those temptations, those things that are going to lead us astray. Or if we do come across truth, do we turn outwardly or want to slow outwardly and turn it off? Because I know going through the truth path, I started awakening to truths back in 2011 when I started meditating on a daily basis on being able to see what is truthful. And in fairness, I've had 12 years of learning a lot of these things in baby steps. A lot of these things in this truth, the truth was so uncomfortable. I'd come across a concept that I just did not want to believe. But then I would hit more that would affect it, that would make it more truthful. And then I get more information. And eventually I'd be okay with that idea and know that is a very real potential. So right now, especially with those true people waking up to the truth, they might be pulled back, being led astray into the drug addiction, the food, the things that they're trying to turn themselves off from the truth. So this is just to be aware, like we're going to probably see more of this unless you're trusting and you're surrendering, and you just surrender on all ends to know that there's a divine plan. We are all part of this divine plan that's going forward. And then the end is that we are going to connect. We're going to connect and become healed. That's really where we're coming to the end. Creating a conscious awareness will allow us to actively connect with the universal guardians, the elements, and the celestial realms. So we will help with creating that and reconnecting. If we can get past all those things that lead us astray and are distracting us, which is really important for us to move past. That is connecting and letting go of the fear that we're not being supported by divine will. Like, that's the only reason we're fearful, is that we don't necessarily know the outcome and we don't believe it's going to be for the divine good. And then the temptation is really when we start blocking ourselves. We don't want to deal with the truth. We don't want to see the truth because it's really difficult to digest. So this is really where that warning comes. But if we can, we're going to become, creating a conscious awareness. The hidden realms will no longer be hidden. We'll become conscious of those things. And then we can move forward in the most positive way with the connection to divine, because we know it's there and we know we can let go of the fear that stops us. So that is our message for today. Let go, trust the divine will, watch for those things that are leading you astray. Drugs, alcohol, food, anything. It can be overdoing, anything. Like maybe your go-to is exercise and you will exercise excessively. Anything in excess is not good for you. So, you kind of know for yourself, and maybe even seeing it in other people around. This can also be meaning that we're going to see this, like I said, with a lot of people as they're coming across the truths, turning towards those temptations to try to mitigate it, mellow it out, bring you back down into being able to function in this realm with the lies, right? Because these truths are going to be so big, it's going to be difficult. But when we get past it, and for us that are aware of this, we are going to be consciously aware, and then we're going to be able to make better decisions, and we're going to be creating collectively with divine will. So that's where it is just be really cautious here and watch for other people being led astray during this time. And if you see them, try to be there to support them and be that shaman. This is talking about being the shaman, being the guided light. That's why you're here listening to the messages. You are there as that to create consciously with divinity. As always, this message is intended to help heal and serve you. And I hope you did find something of value with it today. Until tomorrow, namaste.